Hello everyone, it's Crittercrafts, and today I'm going to be trying out resin for the very first time. I've never used resin before, so I thought it'd be a good idea to purchase the Sophie and Toffee Elves box, because their boxes always come with a ton of fun stuff to get you started into resin. It comes with tons of glitters and different things, and of course resin. So I got the Kawaii Sweets August box. And this one was a collaboration with Creative Ranchy, and she is another YouTuber, so there is lots of fun clay stuff in here. So I'll just do a quick little unboxing of the Elves box. So the first thing that we have here is, of course, the UV resin. And I hear that their UV resin is really good, so I'm super excited to try it out. And this is their UV resin. I'm not going to use the two-part resin because I'm not that skilled yet, so I'm just going to stick to the UV resin. Next we have these 12 pastel candy glitters, and they are super pretty. I'm sure I could use these for nail art as well, which is going to be super fun. Here we have a flower-shaped cookie cutter, and I believe this is used to make like icing on donuts. And I'm sure you could use it for a ton of other things as well. Here we have some silver chrome pigment powder, and I'm pretty sure this is the exact same thing as the nail powders that we use in the nail community. Next we have 100 gold eye pins, and these are super pretty. We also have 6 candy themed silicone molds, and I will be using these to start out when I'm using the resin, just because they're small and they look really easy to use. Here we have 12 fruit clay slices, and they are super cute. I can't wait to use them. Next we just have some white polymer clay, and I believe this is from Japan, and the packaging is super cute. I mean, just look at that, super funny. Next we have a acrylic clay roller, and I've always wanted one of these. I have like a plastic one and it doesn't really work very well, so I'm super excited to try this one out. Here we have some pastels, and these are really great for shading or coloring clay and stuff like that, and they are super pretty. The colors look very vibrant. And last, we have these 3 double-sided dotting tools. Okay, so I've looked at a few different videos on how to use resin, so I'm just going to start off by taking out all these molds. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to use first. I think this star one looks really easy, so I'll just try that out. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna start out with something super easy. So I just have the resin, and then I already removed this thing. One second, which was a hassle. I hate these things, especially with long nails. They're so hard to take off. So I spent a solid 5 minutes doing that. And now I think I'm just gonna like squeeze it in. Okay, so I think that's good. And now I'm just gonna add some of this glitter that was in the box. Woo! And I'm not sure how much to add, so I'm just gonna go like that much maybe. And then just mix it in. And then I hope there's no dog hairs in here, because dog hair gets everywhere. Okay, so I think that's good. And UV resin is really similar to gel polish. It like, now that I'm smelling it, it smells almost exactly the same, and then it cures pretty much the same. And I'm not sure if we're supposed to let any air bubbles rise, but I'm just gonna like macaroon tap. Maybe that'll do something. Okay, now I'm just going to cure it. and I'm not sure how long did it say. 2 to 10 minutes. Oh, it's so cute. It actually is like warm to the touch and kind of like hot, so I don't know if we have to let it cool down, but this looks so cute. It's firm. The edges are like a little funky, so I think I just take some sandpaper and sand that off. I should be good, but I don't think it's too bad for my first piece. The glitter is super pretty, and I think there's like a few air bubbles at the top, but that's okay. It still looks really cool. Okay, so I have some sandpaper, and I think you can just sand off these little bits. Oops, so that's what I'm gonna do. And that looks like it worked. It's very smooth. Looks good. Now I heard there was this thing where you like dome the top, and I'm not really sure what that means or is, but I'm gonna try it out anyway. So I think you just take it and then you add like a bead on top, just so it's like really smooth, I think. So you go like that, and then you take like a toothpick, and then you just spread it out, maybe? I think I need a little more. And I don't know if you're supposed to use like a color or just the clear one, but I'm just gonna use clear. Okay, now I don't know if this will stand up straight, so, oh, it does, and now I'm just gonna cure it. Okay, so I cured it and it's a little uneven, but that's okay. It's very smooth, and I think it didn't turn out too bad. It's kind of hard to see the glitters, but they're super pretty, and I think this is really cute. Especially, and I don't think it turned out too bad, especially for my first time ever using resin. Okay, now I want to try to do some colored resin, and I don't have any resin coloring, so I'm just going to use acrylic paint. And I know you're not really supposed to do this because it could like mess up with the curing, but I'm going to try it anyway because I'm a rebel. So I'm just going to squeeze some resin in. I'm not sure how much I'll need for the bear, so I'm just going to use that much, and if I have extra, I'll just pour it into one of the other molds. And then I'm just going to take the paint, and then I know you're not supposed to use, you can use some, oops, I just spilt it, but you shouldn't use too much. So I'm just going to use that and then mix it in. Okay, so this looks pretty mixed in, and now I'm just going to pour it into my mold. And I think I'll have just enough. Okay, so that looks good. And then I think now I'm just gonna let it sit and rest just so that the air bubbles can rise to the top. Okay, and then I saw somewhere that you could use like a match to get rid of the air bubbles. So I'm just gonna try it. And then you just like put it over, and it pops all of the bubbles. And now I'm just going to cure it for like 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so I've let it cure, and I cured it for a little longer than I did with this one just because it's bigger, and people said that when you use acrylic paint you should let it cure for longer. So that's what I did, and I hope it works, but I'm not sure because the mold is also opaque, and I've seen some people where the opaque molds don't work. So we're just gonna pop it out and see. Oh yeah, look it. So there's like a layer. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it really worked, so that's good. Let's just cure the top and see what happens. Okay, so this is what my teddy bear looks like, and I think it turned out pretty good. I mean, it looks exactly like a teddy bear that has been half eaten. After my failed attempt at a gummy bear, I am going to try and glaze a clay charm. So I just made this clay charm, and I'm going to try and glaze it with the UV resin. So I have the resin in a little cup here, and then I just put a paper clip around the charm so that'd be easier to hold. And I'm just gonna take a brush and glaze it. Now I am just going to cure the piece. So after curing, I'm just going to remove the paper clip, and it looks really good. It's super glossy, and it is completely cured, and I think it looks very good. I also glazed this charm, and it turned out really well. You can see it is super shiny. So overall, I think it worked great as a glaze. And that is all for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, like it, and comment down below any tips or tricks you have for first-time resin users like myself. And I will also link to where you could get the Elves subscription box, as well as the Sophie and Toffee UV clear resin that I used in the description box down below, along with some other fun stuff. If you want to see more of my videos, don't forget to click that big red subscribe button and turn on post notifications to be notified whenever I post a new video. Toodles!